first job was at the car wash in Newton.
My first job was working at Abernathy Retirement Center.
Well, my first job was at my home church as kind of a part-time custodian with my father.
My first job was bussing tables at the Old Mill Pancake House in Annapolis, Maryland.
I was 15 and a half years old, got my work permit, and went to work. I think I was making $1.38 an hour. But it was enough money back then. 20 bucks go a long way in a week.
It was a summer job while I was in college. So I was typing a manual. I sat in a room and typed on an old electric typewriter and copied a manual. It's hard to imagine that we did those things. And then I would get a break by helping the activities coordinator, Lois Mitchum, who now is a resident out there, and I would get to help some of the residents do arts and crafts and occasionally get to go visit somebody. So that was my first foray into ministry, but the biggest part of my job was typing.
So as a pancake house, I would open about 6:30 in the morning and close at 2. It was all breakfast, and I had to clear tables as fast and efficiently as possible for the waitresses. They tipped me out at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, you'd smell like sausage and syrup, and you really hoped you did well because they don't tell you anything all day. They just do their job, and then they give you a little bit of money, and then if you were really good, these kind of Baltimore ladies would say, you know, you did a fine job, hon. And so you just kind of hold out, hope you got the fine job, and an extra little bit of money. So that was my first job.
It was really a great experience because we got to spend a lot of time together, as well as I got to make a little money to buy the little gadgets and things that kids always want.
It was hot, but it was fun. We did a lot of cars that back then. I think it was really one of the first full-service car washes around. It was back in the mid-'70s, and there was a lot of young people working there, and a lot of cars went through there in a day's time.
I didn't enjoy it at all, but I stayed there, and then I went to be a dishwasher, which I really did like because I was by myself and I could just do a really good job, and did that for a while. And then I waited tables there. Yeah, I spent from 12 to 17. That was my life.
Now I'm a pastor myself, so maybe by doing that job, it planted something in me to serve the church. So you know, it's kind of my first job. That's kind of what went down with my first job, and it was an experience.
I decided then that I did not want to become a secretary.
It was a good family to be a part of, and I really learned service and how important service is, and I think my children, I've all asked them to work in service so they understand as they become adults that you really do treat people in service with respect. It's a hard job.
But then later, I decided I liked the part about visiting residents, and so then I went on to seminary and became a minister. So I still go out there to visit people, but I do not go out there to type.